Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty. I am sharing with you today a wrap-up of my July crafting world and give you a little bit of a show and tell of the projects that I created this month. So first up are a few digital layouts that I created as part of the Load Challenge, which is the Layout a Day Challenge. In the summer, this challenge is just a week long, so we create a layout a day for a week. And because my schedule has been really busy, I decided to go ahead and go digital, and that way I could sit on the computer and craft at the same time while I watch a TV show before bed and get some projects done. So that was just a very quick look at both the finished and unfinished digital layouts that I created last month. All right, now that we've seen the digital layouts, I am here to show you the physical layouts. And honestly, this is the third time I'm trying to get this segment recorded because of technical issues. So hopefully third time's the charm. So I'm going to start with my counterfeit kit projects for this month. And that is the kit build that I do every month. I'm on the design team. There's challenges every month, so I've got a big stack of stuff going on here. So this was the first layout I made for the month about taking a little walk in a section of a hiking trail that we haven't been to before. Hiking, I say hiking, I don't hike, I walk. So a walking trail that we haven't been to before, despite it being really close by. So that was a little travel-y themed challenge over at the Counterfeit Kit group. And then the second challenge was another kind of a travel theme. And so I've got this travel layout based on my daughter being a new driver's ed student. And so that is her travel adventure. Now with the rest of my kit, I did a series of layouts for the Scrap Happy blog, which I'm on the design team over there as well. And these are all travel themed also. I think August or July. July has been the travel theme month for my groups. But I did a little twist on these ones, and that is kind of the staycation kind of idea, just because we are not going places still because of COVID and long COVID mostly. I know people who, I know personally some people who've been through long COVID and it is not fun. So we are not wanting to do that. So we're still being very careful and finding things out and about and nearby and uncrowded to go and adventure. So instead of travel, I am twisting this as adventure. And this is a lake that we discovered about 45 minutes from our house that we had never been to despite having lived here for 20 years. So that was one adventure that we went on last fall. And then this was a different kind of adventure where we discovered a new tea shop had opened up in town. So we put our masks on and went and did a quick photo op while we waited for our tea to be made. And then we took our tea to go to avoid that whole COVID thing. This one was another walk. We do a lot of walks. We like nature and we like walking. So this was another walk on a trail that we've been to many, many times. Just this time it was a different season. It had been raining a lot and this tree fell down across the path. And since we have been homebound since the beginning of COVID pretty much, I mean, yes, we go do a few things here and there, but sometimes you get bored and you get goofy, and on this walk we called it the Mighty Hike, and we told the harrowing adventure of how we defeated the fallen tree. And so we got a little goofy with that one, but I really loved making this layout because this pink fresh paper is so beautiful, and I was having a hard time figuring out how to get my photos to fit, and I just make them smaller. If you're using a large format printed pattern paper, you just have to go with much smaller photos than you think so that you can still get all that goodness. And then still, all of these so far are still with my counterfeit kit. This is the last one from my kit for this past month. And this was just another adventure we went on. Again, a place in a nearby city that we had never been to despite having heard about it often. So we were having more fun adventures. And I think all of this was from this year. Most of the rest of them are from Well, the driver's ed is from this year. And speaking of which, these first two layouts have process videos up on my channel. And if you want to find all the information about any of the videos I mention, you can find the show description down below, and that will get you there. All right, shifting gears. This one is the SCT Sampler kit unboxing that I do every single month. And when I do a kit unboxing, I also do a project. And so this was my project for that month. And again, that definitely has a process video up that you can go check out. And then shifting gears again, this one, I think I did use my counterfeit kit to create this one also, besides these electronic cut file pieces. Now I am learning Adobe Illustrator very, very slowly, but as I learn things, I create these cut files and then I offer them up for free on my blog just because I like creating and I like sharing, which is why I'm here with my YouTube channel. So you can, if you're interested in these cut files, you can go download those and I will definitely leave links for that. This one was very photo-centric, so we've got these viewfinder reels. I've got some cameras. There is this film strip, and then there's one more that's kind of a Polaroid print with the words "Say Cheese" in there. So if you're interested in those, you can go get those. All right, shifting gears one more time. I did go see some scrapbooking friends. My family was a little nervous about me going to see people far away who aren't in our germ bubble, but I really needed to get out and see other people. And they actually, two of the ladies from our group of 4 had taken a Concord and 9th card making class just recently, just a couple weeks ago, I think. And they brought their boxes from those class kits and shared with the rest of us. And so we picked a couple of the cards that were our favorites to recreate. And I'm so grateful to have seen these scrappy friends who I haven't seen in about a year, and that they brought their supplies to share. So it was so kind and so good to get out and see people and not bring home germs. So luckily that all worked out well. While I was there, I did some scrapbooking, and my goal was to just get through projects that I had been putting aside. So I have a story binder where I put stories on note cards along with the photos that go with those stories, and then I scrapbook from that binder. Well, I'd been putting off a lot of holiday layouts from last year, and so I was determined to kind of get those done. Holiday layouts are not typically my favorite just because they feel very repetitive to me. So just kind of knocking them all out was how I tackled that. So this is my new driver here, and she loves holidays and she loves getting crafty to create decorations. So that was the focus of that layout. Now all of these products are like old supplies that I've had forever, and that's because, like I said, I'm not a big holiday scrapper, so the stuff that I've had in my stash has been there for quite a while. And then here is a layout. It says "not even here," so that kiddo of mine normally would hang out with her sister and their group of friends, but a lot of those friends, including her sister, are college age, and so that did not go down last year. So instead, she went out of town, well, not out of town, to a nearby town to visit some of her friends from the alternative school that she goes to, and they hung out and had Halloween together. And she wanted me to stay home and pass out candy despite the fact that she wasn't going to be home. But of course, I agreed because I love that kid and I love her sweetheart. So I did stay home and pass out candy. So that's what that layout is all about. This one was, again, just the two of us going to the pumpkin patch because all of our people were just not available with school and all of that good stuff. But she and I had a really nice time together, and I'm very glad that we still get to have these moments together because I like the pumpkin patch. And I focused this layout with just a giant photo of the corn maze at the pumpkin patch. And when I was making this one, a friend of mine, a scrappy friend, had mentioned how kind of desolate the photo can look with pardon me, with the brown edges of the corn and kind of the emptiness of things. And I thought, that works out pretty well, because that was kind of, we were feeling a little lonely. So that picture, I think, did capture some of that. And then this one was her alternative school does a trunk or treat event every year, and we host a trunk every year. And this year our trunk theme was dinosaurs, and this kid made all of these decorations. She created dinosaur eggs from paper mache. She drew, painted, and cut out dinosaurs out of cardboard. And boy, was her hand tired after that. So I definitely wanted to record our trunk or treat story and get that done. All right, so that was the end of the holidays, and I got one additional layout done while I was there visiting those scrappy friends. And this one was visiting my middle kid in her first college show. She wasn't in the show, she was backstage, but we love theater and we love being supportive. So we definitely wanted to catch that show and see her and say hello and have a nice visit. So that is my stack of layouts for the month of July 2022. I really do appreciate you spending your time here on my channel. If you got something enjoyable out of this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, because that really does help my channel in the YouTube algorithm. If you're new here, I'd love to have you subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, I thank you so much, because I know there's a lot of options out there, so I do appreciate you spending time here. I'm glad I have something that you enjoy to share. Speaking of sharing, I'll be back in just a few days with a couple more videos. I've got my scrapbook kit build for the month of August. I'm a little late with that this month. And then I have some homemade embellishments. That one will just be a quickie video on a couple of homemade embellishments that go along with that kit. And so those are the two videos that I have planned for later this week. I hope you'll come back and join me for those. And until then, I hope you have an artful day.